Oh, you want to bet?
Yeah.
I'm like a wounded gazelle.
Got to stop.
Okay.
It's got to stop.
This podcast has to stop then.
Proper dreams.
They've smelt my blood, and now the hyenas are surrounding me.
Why are we at this point?
God, that's been a slog.
Yeah. Hello, wake up. Like, the show's on. You'll open your eyes and be like, I wasn't asleep. I'm like, yes, you were.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yep, here we are.
Couple. Here we are.
Episode 3 with the media couple.
Woohoo! Very
Yes.
exciting.
Yes, can't wait. So happy to be here.
Can we, before we start,
Yeah.
can I just say, I'm got a little bit frustrated here because you have an iPad
Yeah.
and I have a piece of card
Yeah.
for our notes.
That's fair.
right.
Yeah, this is mine.
Why did you get the iPad and I didn't get the...
Because-
how did this happen?
Because the iPad is mine.
No, it's the communal iPad.
No, don't start
It's
saying,
the
it's ours.
Well, where does it
No.
get kept?
In the kitchen.
Exactly, which is a communal space.
Well, it's mainly my space because I'm in there cooking all the time.
Ooh, shots fired.
Ooh.
I don't think so. No, so I feel like we need to, I think on the business, because it's a business expense, we need to buy me an iPad.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, that's going to happen now.
I strongly disagree with that.
Oh, yeah, because you've already got your iPad. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Okay, you see me after the podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All right, you see me after the podcast.
In the office, in the other room.
Right, I don't want to talk about iPads today.
Sorry,
I want to talk
okay.
about something different.
Okay, what do you want to talk about then?
Okay, well, this is what I'm going to talk about. My dreams are actually quite compared to yours, I think.
Oh, God. Why are we talking about your dreams?
Because I had one last night and it was really, really lame.
No, but your dreams have always been
I know, but it's really annoying. It's like dreams are meant to be a place where, like, you dream to fly or you're like invisible or,
Yeah.
you're like a superhero or something. My dreams are the most mundane, boring things ever.
But not just that. It's like you never, ever dream, right?
Yeah.
So when you do dream, you're like, Sophie, you can wake up all excited. And, so let me tell you a dream that you finally remembered. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, what did you dream about? And you'll be like, oh, I went to the post office.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. That was my dream. So my dream the other day was I went to the post office, right? I'm glad you're sat down. This is wild.
Wow.
I went to the post office, right? And, I'm just standing in line and it's like, cashier number 4, please. And I'm like buzzing, my go. I go up, end up paying like 13 quid for 6 first class stamps, which I haven't bought stamps in I don't think I've ever bought stamps. And I'm like, Christ, that's expensive. And then I walk out the shop and I just head home and then I wake up.
I don't know what to say
I mean,
about
what
that.
am I meant to say with that?
I mean-
like, what am I meant to do?
Yeah, it's really
It's
boring.
so boring.
Rory, I'm sorry, but your imagination is really
Maybe it's
really bad.
because my normal life is just so amazing.
Yeah, that's a nice thought.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I worry that the dog might actually have better dreams than you.
I think she does.
Like she literally seems like she's like chasing a squirrel most of the time. That's more exciting
Yeah.
than your post office queue.
At least in her dreams, she's like running and
But
doing something.
my dreams are mad.
Yeah, your dreams are
Like,
cool.
Mine are cool. Like I'll wake up, I'll be like, I literally went to Disneyland and met like George Clooney.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's a
Why is he
dream.
at Disneyland?
But then I was like, I'd fly to like some other like planet.
Yeah,
and I'd
not
have,
on a
like-
plane.
No,
you're
like,
flying.
I'm flying.
Yeah.
Like I can fly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, fully. Like my dreams are like proper dreams.
Proper dreams.
Yours are so bad.
Mine are just like, I went to Tesco and spent, a bit too much on the milk this week. Calm down, mate. Calm down. Better go home. Can't wait to wake up and tell Sophie all about this one.
You do.
I know I
You
do.
do.
I have to talk about something. I've got a lot to say.
So this is what 10 years of a relationship and getting married gets you. The crap
And
dreams.
starting a business. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it gets you.
It gets your husband waking up in the morning and telling you about his post office dream. Wonderful.
Hey, look, when I dream again in about eight months, I'll bring that up. I'll be like, you never guess what I did. I went back to the post office
You
and I
went to
brought second class
Tesco's.
stamps.
You went to Tesco's.
Oh, I went to Tesco's this time. No, maybe I go other places as well. Maybe I'll go Lidl one week or Aldi.
Wow.
Basically, I'm very supermarket orientated.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, speaking of Tesco's, right?
Yeah.
I saw this post on LinkedIn the other day. Where this guy was, like LinkedIn, right? Like it's like a cesspit of like weird, like I went to Tesco's and bought my shopping and hashtag leadership. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I literally saw a post on someone that I know who like posted something like that, and I was just like, why are we at this point where like we're posting this kind of like, it's just it's surely got to end now. Like, surely everybody sees through that.
What, like they posted? What do you mean they posted what?
Like, you know, those like thought leadership things,
Right?
That people post on LinkedIn,
Right.
You don't go on LinkedIn.
I don't.
You just avoid
I don't use
it.
LinkedIn.
Literally not how you say it.
That is literally not the name.
No, but it's just like, right, okay. It's like these people who, I mean, it would be like ordinary people, right? Like,
Yeah.
not like huge. And they'll post like, I went to Tesco's the other day and I saw that the prices of tomatoes were now 50p more expensive. And that got me thinking about raising prices in my own business and how you
Right.
really need to think about the consumer. And it's just like, and they like bring in the most mundane, boring story.
You know why that
and
is,
link
don't you?
it to business.
You know why that is, don't you?
Why?
I've told them about my dreams.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm the reason you're so fuming at LinkedIn.
Right.
Like literally, I've been doing this. I haven't told you, have I? That's how I've been funding the podcast.
Through your LinkedIn.
Through my
post.
LinkedIn. Yeah. What I do is I
It's
just.
got to stop.
Okay.
It's got to stop.
This podcast has to stop then.
No, but no, it's LinkedIn has just gone off the rails. And so if you're the cause of it, it's got to stop because I cannot sit through another I'm a thought leader, went to Tesco's or post
I also
office.
love how bad has the world become at like hooking people in? Like it used to be like, you know, cool hooks, whereas now it's like
Didn't think I'd cry
never
today.
guess, never guess.
Hashtag leadership.
Yeah, but it's just like, never guess what? Tomatoes are 50p more expensive. That made me think about my own business and leadership. And
Yeah, but it's true. Like people are
it's like, what, mate? What, 50p made you think about
No,
that?
but like go on LinkedIn now.
I will
like
go on
log
it.
in for the first time in 8 years on
Yeah.
there and like have a look and you'll see what I mean. Like it's literally everyone. Everyone's doing it. And but the thing is, right, is that most of the people who do this, like you then meet them in person, and you're like, no, these don't
You don't strike me as the person who overpays for tomatoes.
well, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just don't match up in person and I'm just a bit like sus.
Yeah.
It's a bit
They're a
sus.
keyboard warrior.
Would we call them keyboard warriors?
Are they just
Or would we call
confused?
them-
Are they just like, what do I say anymore?
Oh no, but honestly, it's mad.
Yeah, so that's been grinding your gears.
Yeah.
That's been doing your head in.
Yeah, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
That and how many app notifications I've been getting lately.
Right. What? How many app notifications just on your phone?
Yeah, right. So I go through my phone and
Okay.
I'm like,
I mean, that's a
turning-
minefield in itself. Your phone is horrendous. It gives me nightmares. The nightmares I have next to my dreams are of your phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
And
just
your
your
nightmares
it's just
are
your email count getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the day it hits like 7-8 digits, that's when I think I'll have to throw your phone out the window, I think.
Well, I think I've
Yeet.
Don't ever say yeet again, please. That's so cringe. No, but I think I've probably got 1,000 unread emails.
Yeah.
Probably
Horrendous.
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you going to
but
find the
hang
time
on,
to
hang
read
on.
those?
It's not as bad as you flagging every single email you've ever received.
I've done that about 5 times as well.
Right, he did. Well, but don't lie. You did that
I'm
once.
not.
No, but you did that once
Yeah.
on the way to see somebody
See
up
our
in
friend,
North
yep.
London,
Yep.
right?
See our friend, yeah.
You did it on the tube. It was a 45-minute tube journey.
And I was fuming.
And you
I
did
was
it at the
literally
very
like, because
beginning.
the OCD was like, it was like kicking in, and I was like, Sophie, it's like won't stop.
You literally gave me your phone and I had to sit there for 45 and unflag 45,000 emails.
Don't tell me you didn't love it.
No, I hated it.
I just remember as well. I was looking at you. We were just sat in silence,
Silent.
and it was just
You
like
were furious.
It was like watching someone like play poker. It was just so intense, and I was just sweating. Like, is it going to be okay? And you were just like, so you're an idiot.
Yeah. But you literally were. Like, it was ridiculous. And I was just like, and I was like, this can never happen again. Like 6 months later. What
Yeah,
did he do?
no. So it happened again.
Yeah, and yeah, honestly, it's because
I'm
but to be
sorry.
to be fair to you, it's because they put mark all as unread.
That's Apple's
right
flaw.
next
That's the
to-
Apple Mail app's flaw. That's why I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, I know because
Yeah.
you keep
I'm starting a
flagging.
thing. I'm starting to move. Hey, is there a way that I can do one of those leadership posts on LinkedIn? And I can
Stop calling it LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn. Is there a way? Is there a way that I could do a leadership post, but through my mail, I can be like, try and come up with something like flagging all these emails reminds me of, how much I have to do in my business.
And how it's about productivity.
Yeah, it's about productivity. Yeah. I may have flagged all those emails and now I have to unflag them, but that takes determination. It takes a really great wife. Or just get your wife to do it for you. That's what I did on that train.
Hashtag productivity, hashtag delegation, hashtag smart business owner, hashtag I'm a great leader, hashtag listen to me.
Love it.
Honestly, yours would be I'm a great leader, and I was filing VAT returns today, and it got me thinking about how you really have to persevere.
Yeah, you do actually. To be fair,
no
VAT.
No.
Oh, do you know what? I don't even want to talk about that. Like, maybe this is why my dreams are so boring, because I'm like, so VAT. I mean.
To be fair,
nuts.
you've done our VAT returns
for 5 years.
Yeah,
every year.
I've
yeah, you've just walked away from it.
I just don't want to do it.
This is just so annoying, that thing you do. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm not doing it, and I'm like, man, if I ever told you, hey Sophie, I'm just not doing it, like I wouldn't be sitting here.
I just can't be bothered. Right, I've done VAT returns before in like jobs where I've been paid.
Yeah, for other people.
Yeah. And I'm like, you've never had to do that. So I'm like, I feel like it's only fair.
Is it because our business doesn't pay you? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I feel like it's only fair.
Yeah.
It's only fair that you get the pain of VAT returns every quarter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, fine.
But our accountant does love you. He says you do a good job. So
he does.
Why would I take that job away from you? You do such a great job, Rory.
And to be fair, like, it leads me into my next thing quite nicely. Like
VAT returns.
VAT returns,
what
yeah.
What are you going to talk about next?
So I'm going to talk about... Right, so I'm doing my VAT returns this month, right? Which is January, has to be done. They have to be submitted by the end of Jan. It makes me... Doing my VAT return this month makes me hate this month even more. I hate January.
I mean, I don't particularly like January either.
No. But I hate it.
Why do you hate January?
Few reasons, thank you. Few reasons I hate it, right?
Okay.
The biggest one this month being, right, so our car warranty is up, right?
Yeah.
And just before Christmas, I had about 1,000 people from insurance brokers calling me being like, hey, it's time, your warranty's due. And I would be like, okay, I don't really want to think about that right now. Like, I want to go and have Christmas. I want to go and like eat and get really like fat and just enjoy myself and just eat an abundance of food and sit on the sofa and not care.
I know where this is going. You're going to blame me for this. I can just feel
I'm not going to blame you for anything. Let me finish the story.
Okay.
So then I was like, yeah, I just want to go do that. And they were like, all right, mate. Yeah, no problem. We'll call you back in the new year. And I was like, great. But now they've called me back in the new year and I don't want to answer the phone.
No, but they haven't just called you once.
No,
like, honestly, you should see his phone.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. He gets like 3 phone calls a day. One will be from Glastonbury. The other will be from like Henley.
Yeah, Blackpool. Blackpool have called
and
me.
And it's this same man.
Yeah, it's the same guy. He's
God
got like,
knows how he does
he's
it.
just like, he wants me. Do you know what I
They're
feel?
always a different phone number.
Always a
as
different
well,
phone
which
number.
is wild.
Yep.
But how does he do it?
I don't know.
Don't know how he does it.
I don't know.
But you answered once.
He's like the Jason Bourne of phones. Like, he just has all these different numbers, all these different SIMs, and he just calls me all the time.
Like every day.
And
he called you on Christmas Eve.
He
Do you remember?
did.
Called you on Christmas Eve.
Rory, mate.
Yeah.
Have I got a deal for you on my
answered the phone
desk?
and you were like, listen, mate, like, this ain't the time.
I did. I answered and I just went, I don't want to do, like, I can't do this.
But
you know what I mean?
It's because we said last year before Christmas, we were like, maybe we'll
That's
take it
it.
out.
Yeah.
And now we've opened up a can of worms where they will not leave us alone.
Yeah, that's it.
You've
it's
hung
like,
up on him
the way
like
I
4
like to think
times.
about it is like, I'm like a wounded gazelle.
Right.
Like, they've smelt my blood and now the hyenas are surrounding me.
Right, in the form of one man from
Exactly.
a call centre
Yeah,
up in Blackpool.
look, for all I know, he's got all his mates calling me all the time as well.
No, because it's always him.
Sophie, what I'm saying is I feel surrounded. They're surrounding me and they're ready to kill.
Yeah.
Like, they're ready to attack.
Why don't you dream about this?
I know.
This is so much
because I
more
don't have to dream
exciting.
about it. It's my reality. Do you know what I mean? That's why my life is mental.
You sound like a thought leader now on LinkedIn.
Thank you.
My life is mental. I've got a call center guy who's been calling me, and it really got me thinking about the intricacies of how we live our life always on and how we have to let employees go home. Hashtag thought leader, hashtag Rory is the best, hashtag listen to me.
Hashtag dreams can come true.
Hashtag my dream is my reality. Yeah, that's you though.
But that's why I hate this month, right?
Yeah.
So I've got my VAT returns. I'm being chased. I'm being hunted.
Yeah, but also I feel like all our bills, we've set up our life somehow where all of our bills come out in January.
Yeah, the worst possible month.
We pay our accountant, we pay our insurance, we pay our
Production
car.
insurance.
We pay
Every insurance.
Every insurance
is due in this month.
Is due now. Like
Yeah.
we spend a small
Hey.
and it's
Don't
right
forget
after
VAT. Don't forget
VAT. I mean, it's right after Christmas. We've like set ourselves up here to just feel poor forever.
I feel like you did that to us.
Well, let's not talk about that. It's not my fault. Okay.
Let's move on swiftly.
Yeah, move on swiftly.
Yeah.
So yeah, January's not a good month. I agree with you, but soon we'll be out of January, and it doesn't help this year that we're doing dry Jan.
Yeah, God, that's been a slog.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I wanted like a beer more than now.
You've got those like non-alcoholic beers.
I do. Yeah, water.
No, do you not rate them?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah,
they do.
I thought you liked.
No, I do.
Okay,
I like the non-alcoholic Guinness. That's good.
Right.
You've been making your like potion thing, which takes
Okay,
about.
it's not a potion.
Takes about 4 years to make.
It's a margarita without the tequila.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. I mean, it is basically lime juice.
But then you can't be bothered to like juice the limes, and you're like, Rory,
that's not true.
Rory, come to the kitchen.
Why do I sound like that?
Oh, you just do.
That's literally not what I sound like. Not at all what I sound like.
This is not your real voice on this podcast.
What?
Is it? Reveal to the world now.
I don't understand where this is going. We're going in a weird direction here. No, but seriously, like January. No, what were we talking about?
We're talking about January being the worst month.
Yeah, you really put me off my thoughts.
Okay.
I had a good thought.
Well, go back to your thoughts then.
Potions.
Potions.
Yeah, no, my point being.
You were thinking about potions. Moving on. You have a really lame taste in television shows.
Sorry. I don't have a lame taste in television shows.
We like that show Castle, don't you?
Why are you always... You've hated on Castle for literally our entire relationship.
It was funny. I think Sophie showed it to me the first year we were together, and I watched about 10 minutes, and I was like, no, awful. Get it off.
You're just like, you're such a hater.
Off.
Like, I'm sorry, you sit here and play FIFA. Yeah. It's the same game again and again and again.
Yeah, but you can play with different teams.
Whoa. Well, you know what? Do you know what? They have different stories in Castle.
Oh, but they're all just so American and boring.
But it's just because I like, right, and I don't love Castle.
You do,
No, I don't.
You absolutely love it.
No.
You love it. You're going to go watch it after this, and you're going to talk about it on the next. That's what the whole of the next pod's about.
Castle. I don't think it's that bad, right? It's like NCIS, CSI, all of those kind of like
awful.
Yeah, fine. You don't like them. Okay. So, like...
You're like, all right, mate, you don't like them. You can go queue in the post office and have one of your sad dreams again.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should start watching shows like that. Might give me some more inspiration.
Exactly. Well, fine.
Whatever. So I was in the shop the other day, and one thing that me off loads, right, is when people use their phone in public and it's on loudspeaker. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't need to hear your conversation with like your girlfriend. Like, do you know what I mean?
Didn't you have this just like the other day?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, it's just annoying. Like, you know, when you sat on a bus or something like that, and you just hear like literally the entire conversation someone's having. It's like, mate, just take your phone off loudspeaker or put your headphones in.
Yeah.
Like, I've never ever wanted to do that. Ever.
Unless you're listening to our podcast.
Unless you're listening, then
blare it
if you're listening to our podcast, bloody hell, keep going. You know what I mean? Blare it as loud as you want, but share it with everyone on the bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was in the shop the other day, and this woman was there, and she was talking to like, you know, one of her friends, and she's like, "Oh, you right, babe?" And she's like, "Yeah, what you doing?" And then the woman on the phone's like, "I'm just shopping, babe." And then she's there like, "Oh," and then she just goes. This really made me like, what? I was like, what does she mean? She was like, "Why are you shopping, babe?" I was like, why? What? Like, where does your friend shop?
Following this woman around the shop,
she was
listening
behind
to her conversation.
Just like that.
Honestly.
Wait.
This is more interesting than my dreams.
Yeah.
Let me listen.
Wait, yeah, I need I need to listen to you, please. Yeah. I need it.
How were you listening to her?
She was just next to me in the queue. She was next to me in the queue, yeah, right?
right.
And she's like, oh, babe, why are you in the shop? And she was like, that's what Amazon's for. And the woman on the phone, like her mate was like, and I thought the same thing. I was like, we're in a food shop. Like we were in Lidl, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I'm just in Lidl, babe, getting some bits. Like I need like the actual grocery shopping. And the woman on the phone was like, oh, silly me. Thought you were buying like, other household goods and stuff like that.
At the beginning of this, you said you didn't like it when other people were
I
playing
know,
stuff,
I think
but
I-
you really
I think
enjoyed
I really
that.
liked it. Yeah,
You really
I love being nosy. I love listening to everything anyone's got to say.
Exactly. So
Don't deny it, you love it as well.
Yeah.
How many times you'll hear like a shout outside and Sophie's immediately at the window like,
I'm so bad for that.
yeah. Or the other day in Tesco, when two people were literally having
But that was actually like full on. Like we were at a Tesco, like a huge Tesco, right?
Yeah.
This was just before Christmas. We were doing our Christmas shop. It was rammed. Like it was so
rammed. It was chocker.
It was so bad, right? And we were literally, the queue was round the back. Like it snaked. It was so long. But anyway, so we heard this woman shouting and I was like, I just can't not go.
No, you had a pile of shopping in your arms and Sophie basically just dropped it all on the floor and was like, oh, okay.
I just gave it to you,
No.
right? And then I was like, I was like, I wanted to go look, obviously, but I was like, I don't want it to be so obvious. So I'm like, by this like aisle looking at like baby wipes that we don't need because we don't have children. And I'm like staring, like looking at this woman and they were both having it was really interesting, I've got to say. And they were I don't know what they were shouting about, but they were shouting it at each other, like literally having a full-on punch-up.
And you were
They had
just
to be
loving
separated
it.
by security and everything. Yeah, it was so interesting.
So gutted I missed that.
Yeah, I know you were in the queue at the
Oh,
back,
no, I was
like,
in the
by
queue.
the bread.
Yeah. This is what I mean.
You missed it.
Maybe it was a dream of mine.
No, that's too interesting for a dream of yours. But yeah, I'm quite nosy. I think I have like professional nosy skills.
Nosy skills.
Is that a thing?
No.
Well, yeah, I have them, whatever they are.
Yeah. I have the nosiest skills. Yes. I've actually got a really interesting post about that on LinkedIn.
Oh God. Hashtag nosy.
Speaking of things I
Hashtag
hate.
curiosity.
Hashtag curiosity. Hashtag nose.
Hashtag always learning.
Yeah. Hashtag nose E.
Hashtag community.
Hashtag Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Another thing, right, that I have to just sort of finally touch on here because this also really annoys me. And I was doing it loads over Christmas and I was feeling really sorry for myself about it. So do you know when like Netflix, when you're watching it and it says, are you still watching?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, of course I am. I haven't moved all day. I've just been sat here eating
No, it's
an
'cause you don't-
ungodly amount of food and fried chicken and crisps. Can you stop making me feel about myself, please? Like, yes, of course I've been watching for 9.5 hours. Like, I don't have anything better to do.
Well, you know you can just turn it off in your settings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just turn it off in your settings.
Why haven't you turned it off on our settings then?
Because it gives me
You're
a noti-
always sat watching TV.
I actually have to care about it. Probably gives me a notification as well.
Yeah.
No, but also that's because you don't nap for long periods of time. Like if you nap, which you do all the time, and it's so annoying, you'll literally fall asleep in like.
Sophie, what are you on about? I never nap.
No, you do. You literally like you'll fall asleep. You'll be like, falling asleep for like 5 minutes. I'll be like, hello, wake up. Like the show's on. You'll open your eyes and be like, I wasn't asleep. I'm like, yes, you were. You were.
I literally love. You know what's funny? I wake up. I don't know why. It's like the most natural response for me to be like defend myself. It's like you've tarnished my honor, and you're like, no, you've been asleep, and I'm like, no, I haven't. What
But
are you on
I've
about?
literally had to get to the point now where I video you asleep and then wake you up and you're like, I wasn't asleep. I'm like, what's this video? I have literally got a video of you doing this last
You're
night.
like, oh, you want to bet?
Yeah.
What's this?
No,
then?
because you literally fight me tooth and nail that you weren't asleep when you knew you were asleep because you don't know what's going on in the show and I'm waking you up. Like, it's mad. But my point being is you only have like 5-minute naps when you do that. You'll fall asleep for like 5 minutes because I always notice that you fall asleep. Me, you let me fall asleep for literally like 7 hours.
Yeah, that's because your nap is like you're committed to the nap.
Yeah.
Like you're gone. Like that's it. Like if someone was like, Sophie's gonna go for a nap, I'll be like, right, I'll see her in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Do you know what I mean? I'll be like,
But for me, that's why I like the Netflix Are You Still Watching?
Right.
Because I nap for so long that
you need it.
I need it.
You need AI backing you up.
Exactly, because otherwise it would just continue on until the next morning. Like I just wouldn't wake up.
Oh, it's like back in the day when you used to fall asleep with a DVD on and the DVD menu would just play repeatedly.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
when
you
the
can
DVD thing goes down into the box in the corners. Love that. We don't have that kind
bring
of
that
joy
back.
anymore.
I know. I just have none of that joy.
It's really sad.
How can I get that? I'm going to go find a YouTube video on that and watch that for the next 8 hours.
No.
Why?
No. I think there's just something special about it when it was like grainy and you couldn't quite tell. And then sometimes when it would go into the corner, you'd be like, did it go into the corner or didn't it go into the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it did go into the corner, you were like, yeah.
I know. It was when they used to roll them into school, right? With the big, you remember the big TVs that they used to roll in on wheels? Yeah. And that was VHS though. That wasn't.
Right,
it was
and
VHS
DVD.
And DVD, to be fair,
DVD, yeah.
But I remember, and you just, like, instead of listening to the teacher, you just watch the DVD logo, just like try and go into all the
time.
Corners. That's how. Yeah, that's like a cool
And then they
memory.
turn to you and go, Sophie, what do you think of that? And you're like,
what? Sorry?
You're like, no, you're like, I'm sorry, miss, but that nearly hit the top left corner.
I know. But do you know what? It's those small moments that we just don't have now. Every moment of our lives now is captured by attention. There's something like, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's something we can do and go and watch. There's no you don't get bored anymore like you used to.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Where you're just like, this is so boring that I'm going to sit here for half an hour and watch a DVD logo try and hit the corner.
Well, if you want to ever get bored, just come visit me in my dreams.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm all right. I'm quite fine with
I
not.
love that. Do you know what? I'm all right, mate.
No.
I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, cheers, but nah, I'm good.
Cool. Well, on that absolute bombshell, I think that's the end.
Is it the end?
I think so.
Well, yeah. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah,
and
thank you so
for
much.
listening and watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. It really helps us out. If you do like this, give us a like. Please don't dislike it because it makes me really sad. And yeah, we'll see you next time. We have new episodes coming out every Thursday, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
See you next time, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.